Let me show you how I designed this Viking helmet using Fusion 360. So I'm going to push C for circle, and I'm going to just type 8. So now we have an 8-inch circle. We're going to finish sketch. To use the Loft command, we're going to need to create another sketch on another plane. So here's our plane, and we can drag this up. I want ours to be about 3.5 inches up. Now we're going to sketch on our new plane. So we're going to create a polygon. Let's do an inscribed polygon here. And we're going to make this really small. And I like that. So we're going to finish sketch, and look, it's way up there. So I'm going to hit S and do LO to pull up Loft. And so now we're going to pick our profiles. We're going to pick this one, and we're going to pick our second one, which is here. Now, clearly this doesn't look like a hat just yet. So here's the magic trick. If you go to direction here, you can tell Fusion 360 how you want this solved, right? And if you go too far, it's going to give you a warning. But I feel that this kind of looks like a good hat. So we're going to hit OK. Now let's add some horns to this. We're going to turn on our origin real quick. Just make sure. Yeah, I like the way that's lined up. So we're going to construct a plane along a path, and we're going to pick this on this path here. I like this here. And this is going to have our mount of our horn. We're just kind of feeling a way through this. I think that looks like a good spot for a horn to start. And let's create another construction plane here. We're going to do a perpendicular plane. We're going to pick this one. And an offset, I don't know. Let's do, oh geez, I don't like that. Let's pull it in a little bit more. We want to get that somewhat close to our helmet. And then look, there's a U and there's a V, so you can swap the angle of that, but I like the first one best. We're going to hit OK. So now let's draw the start of the horn here. So we're going to come here, put a sketch on this plane, you guessed it. We'll do a project geometry. So I hit, type P, and we'll project this one too, and this one here. We can turn, I'm hitting escape. We can turn these into construction lines by clicking on it and hitting X. See how that's dotted? I just hit escape again, and we'll drop a circle on here. Let's make this a 2-inch circle. I hit enter. And we're going to finish sketch. Let's hit this home button. I'm pretty happy with that. So now we're going to add another construction plane. You'll see why we're going to do this here. Do an offset. We're going to pick this plane. Let's come up 4 inches this time. And now these planes go infinite in every direction, but they just happen to be constrained just to a small amount. But we can drag them if we choose. So let's drop a sketch on here because we're going to make a complicated loft. We're going to do a project geometry. We'll project here. We'll pull that line up. We're going to hit OK. I'm just going to select it and hit X. So we can, okay, maybe that didn't work the way I wanted it to. So let's do a circle here, and let's make this 1 1/4 inch. I'm pretty happy with that. And before we finish, let's see if we can hit X. So we made that a construction line. That's just to save us a little bit of trouble in a second here. Finish sketch, and we're going to make one more construction plane. It's going to be for the joke here at the end. So we'll do construction. We're going to offset this one here. Maybe 4 inches looks good. So now we're going to drop our sketch here. And of course, we'll do another project geometry. And, we're going to go back like that. Boy, this is going to be very intense helmet. And we're going to do the look at this plane here so we can draw on it again. We'll do another circle. Oops. Another circle here. And we're going to make this one small. This is going to be for our joke. And quick escape. And we're going to hit a finish sketch here. So now let's use our loft command. So we're going to type S, loft, and we're going to, just as we saw before, we're going to pick the circles and the way it goes through them. And so here's a fun little thing. I can select a point. And so that, of course, we have a little bit more work to do. But see how we have this? We can pick this sharpness or this tangency. So we can start picking the way this looks, and we can kind of make it a little bit pointy. We can kind of change the shape. Tell you the truth, I like the first one. And then down here where it starts, we can pick direction. And so again, this is giving us more opportunities to pick the shape. I just happen to like the way connected worked. Now for my joke here, for profile 3, I'm actually going to pick this. And I like the idea of a Viking who happened to grind down the pointy bits of his horns because he was poking himself with it. So now here is our opportunity to use the extrude. So we're going to just hit E for extrude, and we're going to select this surface coming in. And we're going to pick to an object, and we're going to select the object, and it's going to be this and this. And then here with this extend to adjacent faces. So look at that. So that comes in here. So that's going to be the way it's going to tie one into the other. And now, because this looks a little bit clunky, we're going to do our taper angle here. And so remember how we can taper one into the other? Maybe 15 looks good. Maybe we'll jump into 20. And I kind of like the way that looks there. And so now it was going to be very hard to loft this horn to this helmet, but now we have a pretty good looking transition there. And we're going to do join. And of course, let's do a mirror so that we don't have to redraw this whole horn. So we're going to select features, this and this in our mirror plane because we set this up to be somewhat symmetrical. Look at this. That. Odin will be pleased. This is a great helmet. Do a shell command, which happens to be right here. And then we'll do an inside thickness of maybe 10 thousandths. And so that looks amazing. We're going to turn off our origin as well as our sketch plane.